Am I helping anybody here? I want you to know why we're praying. You can't blow this stuff off and say, oh, that's no big deal, vaccinated, unvaccinated. You know, tens of thousands of people crossing our border, tens of thousands of who knows who flying in from Afghanistan. But we can't get our own people, but, you know. Maybe, I think it's the only president in American history that left Americans behind. Mind-boggling. He's a lot more close to China than he is to the United States anyway. So, I provided this to you several years ago, and I'm going to do it again just in case you need it. And that has to do with just living in the last days. You know, the earthquake the other night kind of reminded me, I wonder if people are still prepared in their homes. Because you know there's a natural side to living too. You can't pray away, I needed to provide myself some common sense and have a way. What happens if your power goes out? Now what are you doing? What if it's out for a week? There isn't a person in here that if your power went out from a week, your whole world just got upended. And when you go off church, and you sit down, you watch your game or whatever on your big screen, it feels good, feels like normal life. But what if your big screen don't come on? And your refrigerator isn't fridging? And you can't charge your cell phone? Do you have any kind of a plan? So I'm going to pass out one more time an emergency survival kit. I'm not a weirdo. I don't want to go to a cave. I'm not going to live in a cave. I don't believe any of that stuff. Just simply, if you had, I believe you should keep your gas tank full in your car. Why are you driving around on empty? Ding, ding. I think I got 3 more miles. I can do it. Fill the stupid thing up. What if we had some kind of a traumatic thing that happened in our region? We had to, we're not used to it because we live in California. We don't live like in Florida, hurricane country, or we don't live in some of these places, South Texas, hurricanes, Louisiana, all that. That's not our deal. So we don't even think about what if we had to evacuate. Are you going to wait 8 hours in line for gas? Or are you just going to live maybe a little wiser? Hey, we're down to 3/4. I think I'll pull over and fill her back up. So I have the ushers, and you can take it or leave it or don't care. I'm just trying to help you. I'm just trying to be a good pastor. So if you would like one, we're going to do one per household only because we only made 50 copies. It takes forever. It's double-sided. Is it double-sided? 4 pages. 4 pages. Okay. So hold your hand up if you're interested, or you may still have yours from before. Don't need one. Okay, that's fine. But we'll get one to you. Doesn't hurt to have this kind of stuff, just common sense stuff. Miss Margaret, a while back, blessed my wife and I with solar, not polar, that's a bear. Or it's those 2 places on the earth. A solar panel phone charger. Until she gave me one, I didn't know they existed. So you can charge your phone with the sun shining on that deal. So I've got those. They're worth having. Anyway, it's a simple list. If there's a terrorist attack, banks don't work, power grid. You know about the East Coast power grid thing, right? That went down for a few days? You may have known because it affected your gas supply, which raised the cost again. But if you live there and your power didn't work, that's a whole different world. So that is always a target. And I'm not trying to scare you. I'm not one of those weirdos that, I sit and I'm not giving you conspiracy theories, folks. This is in your face every day. This is where we're at. Talked about here about and my wife is real good about this. She keeps an inventory of our saved up canned goods and stuff like that, and starts moving them. So in other words, we got to eat these now because they're getting close to expiration. The last thing you want is an emergency kit that has food that's spoiled. So have a system, collect your items. Talks about supply bins. This My Patriot Supply. You don't have to use these people. This is just one we have discovered. MyPatriotSupply.com works, but the / and the rest is now outdated, because we had this several years ago, but that company, you don't have to use that company, you can do whatever you want. And then you need a bin that talks about candles, matches, cooking stove. One of my sons told me he has 6 propane tanks that are full. What happens if you can't heat anything or cook, boil water before you drink it, or it's just common sense. Glow sticks, can openers. Boy, that's hard when you have canned food. And can openers, toilet paper. How many remember that experience? Huh? How many of you went store to store trying to find toilet paper back in 2020? Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah, it was. It was like Gold Hunt. They have toilet paper! Have a little cash out. If you got pets, you might want to have some extra pet supplies or whatever. Now, some of you aren't into protection. My family's a little on the gung-ho side with this kind of stuff. Oh, we have an arsenal now. Tell nobody. You need, ammo if you're going to have that. Just bug out packs. Like backpacks, you got to get out of the house. Let's say an earthquake happens and power's out, or gas leak, or, man, you got to be able to get out. If you got kids and all that stuff, man, you got to have a plan. Ours are kept on the way down the stairs, because our bedroom's upstairs. So on the way down the stairs is where ours are. Grab it, go. You need I recommend emergency radio, the hand crank. Am I freaking you out right now? Yeah, okay. Lanterns or flashlights, glow sticks. We have flashlights strategically placed throughout the house. You ever had the power go out and you hit the wall like a NASCAR driver? Or your toe did, or whatever, because you can't see anything? I just got to be honest with you. It always hurt, but it seems like it hurts now more when I do this kind of stuff. So we have flashlights handy just for life, just life. What if your phone's not working and you need a map? Remember maps? You fold them. You never will fold them the way they were folded originally. But eating utensils,